Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Dave from DLLM Cactus. I'm here today in my garage, right outside my 5x5 VivoSun grow tent. Just wanted to kind of show you what I have in here for the winter. This one's going to be the Mars Hydro TS-3000. That's my grow light that I'm running. Have my VivoSun fan kind of circulating around for air. And then I have the actual power supply outside here, outside the tent, because it tends to get hot. I just have it on a ceramic tile. Warm to the touch, but keeps it out of the tent. And then I kind of keep this door open in our garage. I know it's a little bit of light, but gets a little humid when I bottom water. So I definitely don't want to have humidity issues and that, because I don't have any fans kind of pumping anything out other than the circulating one. But kind of show you what I have inside. These are going to be the Stenosarius thurberi. So those are the organ pipes, Arizona organ pipes. Actually still throwing out new spines now, so I'm just going to keep them going during the winter and then get them out in the spring into the back greenhouses. And then I'll kind of rotate and show you each of the pots here so we can kind of go through and show you what I have in here. This one's going to be the Leuchtenbergia principis, the agave cactus. Those thurberis were, I believe, on their second year. These are going to be going into their third grow season. So just going to keep them going. I know that they don't typically flower until year 4 or 5. So no harm, no foul, keeping them growing through the winter. I'll probably let them kind of go dormant next year. But then have a couple of different gymnos here. Pull these out and kind of see. This is Altagraciense. Have a few of those. And then these are Ambotoense on the just heavy spines there. And I believe those are almost 3 years. Yeah, 12, 22, 22. So we're coming up on the 3rd year. Super cool on the spines though. Absolutely love them on those gymnos. In the front here, we're going to have the Matucana Madisoniorum. I believe these are 8/6/24. So we're a year and 3 months. So these are 15-month-old. These are 2-inch pots. Love how they're growing. Love the plants. Some of them have like some really heavy spination. And then others are almost like darn near enormous. Like you can just grab that and squeeze it. So some cool plants. Love how those grow. And then right behind it here, we have the Azuroceras viridis. So they get nice and blue on those when they get older. Kind of like the Hertlingianus, which I have here as well. I believe that very back left corner is a Hertlingianus. Just had an extra one I didn't have space for. And then this one is a Gymnocalycium marquesii. And I believe there's another set of gymnos in the back here. Just want to make sure. Yeah, this is Tilcarense on this one. Real cool plant. See how they're actively growing right now. So the gymnos are loving the lighting in here. So those are definitely looking good. So yeah, gonna keep those kind of in the center. But Azuroceras, just didn't want them to etolate outside because we're not getting a ton of sun in the back. So kind of get a little bit more nervous with them. The gymnos not as much, but they're growing so good, I'm going to leave them. All right, these are going to be the Rigidissimus rubrispinus, the Echinocerius. Wanted to make sure that they keep growing. And I have actually 2 of these trays of 50. So I left one of them outside in the back greenhouse. I'm going to kind of do a little test and see how they handle it. That's the one thing, is just you never know. Everybody's atmosphere and their light situation is different at their house, and mine's a little crazy in the backyard. I don't get a lot during the winter, and hopefully they go dormant and they're not growing. But if they do, just trying to kind of feel out which plants do better with it, which cacti. And then these are Azuroceras, Hertlingianus. So those are actively growing there too. So loving how those look. Those are actually in 3-inch pots already. I think those are 2.5 years old from seed. Yeah, and to mention that everything in here is seed grown by me. So this is all kind of just a trial and error and learn new ways, try different soils and things like that. But showing you some of the before and after, kind of the results. These are all going to be the Rigidissimus rubrispinus as well. I bought these new little trays here. They go in the 1020s. So you kind of have one underneath usually for the drainage or whatnot. But this one holds, I believe it's 8x16. So you got 128. So you can have 128 smaller cells there. I think it's like 0.6 of an inch. So this is kind of before they go in the 2 inchers. But rubrispinus, just kind of seeing which ones are the tough ones, which ones are going to grow through it. Have some Cactus, Hexadrophorus as well, and some struggling, as you can see, and then others are just loving it. So we're going to keep the strong ones and, you know, get some good roots on them and get them into individual pots in the spring. Have some Umpico mams and a couple of Epithelantha micromeris back there. Struggling a little bit, but we'll see if they pull through. But kind of going to do some more of these trays on the lights upstairs and just kind of get the tough ones and get the strong growers into the pots for next spring. And then this one's going to be a Copiapoa kind of tray here. We have cornifera all throughout the first like 4 or 5 rows. And then I have some green woody eyes, Copiapoa. And then it will have, these are Copiapoa Passeligoriana Velitas. They get really kind of nice and thick, so those are cool. And then the back 4 back there are going to be maize, Teplacensis, Copiapoas as well. So all Corios except for this little guy and these 2 little ones. I stuck a couple of Copiapoa hypogea lizard skins in there as well. So they're kind of living with the Copiapoas right now, but enjoying it. They're doing good, so I'm just going to leave them be. All right, here. These are going to be Azuroceras, Hertlingianus on the front row here. These are actually from this year, so January 11th. So we are sitting at right about 10 months on the Hertlingianus and growing well. So all of these, I believe, are at the same time. So these are all 111. Right in this back row here, starting here, this is going to be the Eulichina acetas. Those are all from 111 as well. You can kind of see throughout there. And then I started with these Stenocereus. These are Alamacensis. Those are called the octopus cactus. So they get kind of skinny and have a kind of little waviness to them. So super cool. I like those. And then in the back here, these are going to be some Trichocereus Huancabamba. When I saw seeds of Huancabamba, I hope I'm not jacking that up, but I had to buy them. Just wanted to kind of see. They get real thick. Peruvian, almost like thicker than the San Pedro, like a healthy one. They look, yeah, they just look awesome. So I have a bunch of those going, and they really love the light in here too. They're actually plumping up and kind of reaching, so really cool. But cool tray. I have some more of the Spino Sissima Umpico. It's a little 2-header, kind of stacking up there. But I have a mother plant of that. It's one of the first seeds I ever planted, so I got kind of a little soft spot for Umpicos. I'm always growing them. This little Schmideckianus too, that one's kind of out of place. But the rest of everything in here, these are going to be Echinocactus grandis. So really cool Chino cactus, barrel cactus. A lot of new spine growth here, so they're liking the temperature, they're liking the lighting. Hoping to get them to have a little perk up here and then get them out in the spring. That's a 2-header right there. But yeah, basically these end up turning almost like a greenish purple when they get older, the grandest. So I was happy to get these seeds. I got them from the Cactus store. So definitely interested to see how they grow when they get some more heat in the summer and get a little growth spurt. So excited for these. The last tray here, these are going to be Echinocactus Grusani brevispina. So the short spine golden barrels. Really cool. Love them. Just got some more seeds of them and I'm starting more. Sorry, trying to get it to focus there. Yeah, they just look super cool. Have like a little glossy pink when they come out with new spines. So love those. It's going to be Copiapoa Echinoides Rigidissimus. These are about 2.5 years old. Slow growers. Have a couple of 2-headers right here that I like. Some smaller. And then we start getting into some of the diminutas. These are going to be Cocambanas. All Copiapoas right through here. So Copiapoa, diminuta. They have like such a cool look to them too. Kind of put this out. But the spines when they grow, they're awesome. But these are getting good size too. I like them. Those are all 2 years. 3 years on the Rigidissimus, but 2 on the diminutas. A couple of 2-headers there. But they've been growing and a lot of new spination, new spines coming out here with the grow light in here. So love that. Believe that's a Rigidissimus right there. But super cool on the Copiapoas. Kind of doing some out in the outside greenhouse, some inside here, just kind of see how the growth goes. And then in the back here, have like 3 rows. These are all going to be Gymno lubrasense. So super cool. Love the spines on those as well. Kind of get like a purplish hue when they get stressed. But got a lot of new growth coming and kind of plumped up when they were in here. So I'm going to water these and keep them going during the winter. Because in here, it's kind of a south-facing garage. It actually heats up a little bit. So this actually, temperature-wise, is perfect for growing. Leave the door open. Have the lights running on 12 hours. Fans always going. So, yeah, excited about this. Kind of took them out when I was rotating. But just wanted to show you what I have kind of inside that 5x5 grow tent. And some of the new seedlings and some of the ones that are reaching the 2-year mark. And then I will do some more videos later in the week, kind of show you what I'm going to keep outside and what I have newly started with the seeds. But thanks, everybody. Appreciate you watching. I'll see you on the next video.